Hello my friends and welcome to episode 27 of our Football Manager 2020 Let's Play with Rangers. Today we're reviewing the season where we won the treble, and really what was good, what was bad, what we need to improve on. So first up, you'll see average rating, goals, assists, player of the match. All the top one for us is Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson obviously isn't our player, and I'm just going to show you right now, he's worth £22 million. We're going to struggle to get that, but if we loan him, they're looking to give the player a chance in the first team. Basically there's no chance. I've made the offer before and they've rejected it, so I'm not going to pay silly money to bring him back in on loan. I'll look, see if he gets transfer listed, and if he does get transfer listed, then I'll maybe consider putting on a bid. We've got 24.9 million left to spend with a wage budget of 96k left. Now as you see, we've got a number of players coming in already. Some of these I genuinely do not recognise, so you know, that is great. Let's just switch to the ends first. Free, that's fine. That's fine. These guys are going out. That makes more sense. So on the ends, Jason Kerr coming in from St Johnstone. That is for £88,000. An absolute steal for a guy who played 33 games this season and then a further one off the bench in the league. You know, he's not quite the best, but I think for price paid, he's going to offer a very good backup. He'll sort of take over the Josh Knight role that played this year. You know, the emergency backup ball playing defender. We're not renewing that. That was a waste of time. Whereas I think this lad is actually half decent, and you know, he's decent at heading when he can reach the ball, but at 6 foot with a 12 jumping reach, he's not the best at that. But overall, I think he's a solid defender to bring in, and take the risk for that price. We'll make a profit regardless. We're also bringing in Tosin Adarabioyo. I'm doing the thumbs up because you can totally see me. And he is coming in from Man City on a free transfer. Valued at £1 million just now. He was valued a lot more than that at the time, but obviously he's moved clubs. 2.5 star current, 3.5 star potential. But again, he's a solid central defender option. And then we're bringing in for £8.5 million outright Kasper Dolberg. Can play as a winger, which is kind of where I'm thinking, or as a striker, which again is a good option to have. You know, if we lose Morelos, it gives us a senior striker, and a big improvement to composure for a little bit of finishing and strength. It says he's not got a lot of potential left. You know, he's got half a star left to improve, but I think there's a player in there. He enjoys big matches, which is good for us because we play a lot of big matches. Assists is a bit of an issue though. But he's playing for Nice, you know, they're fourth actually. I was going to say they've not had the best of the season, but actually that's a pretty decent season, so that's the ends confirmed already. Now, we're going to go to team report and squad depth. As you can see, striker, Kane Ritchie-Holster, actually I'm going to click him right now so you can see him. He's already rated at 3.5 star with still potential to go. You can see why I trust him. You know, he's decent. You know, did he have weaknesses in the game? Yes, he has a lot of weaknesses in his game, but as an advanced forward, off the ball work rate and passing are the only slight concerns, as well as balance and stamina of course, but we can always manage that out. But I think he's an outstanding player. He's just signed a new contract a couple of weeks ago, and that including wage increases after so many games with the club. You know, it's decent. I kind of like this contract. It's stable. It keeps him at the club guaranteed for at least this window. Morelos obviously worth £15.5 million. His value seems to be going up and down quite. It's very, very inconsistent. He only played 28 games this year with 9 goals in the league and 3 assists. It's not the most prolific, but composure I'm finding is a big, big thing this year. You know, if you compare it to Ritchie-Holster, he's got 9 goals and 23 with 3 off the bench. Ritchie-Holster has 4 with 1 assist. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 6 in 3 games with 2 assists and 10 off the bench. that suggests to me there's issues. Harry Wilson, by far and away our best winger. Ryan Kent, sort of next in line with Batista Mayer. Aarons obviously can come back as well. Midfield, we are absolutely stacked. You know, this isn't even including guys like Alex Lowry, who's starting for the club now. When it comes to, I'm looking at current ability, I assume you're not the best at star rating here because Dest is nowhere near. I mean, he's improving, he's actually improved quite a bit, but he's regressing his crossing as well though, unfortunately. I don't think he is at the same level as Stephen O'Donnell, but we could make, looking at those interested clubs, we could make big money profit there. Defensive wise, his man Faros is our best defender. I disagree with that, although he was very, very good. Jose Martinez, Reichmann, he's injured again. He tore his ligament again. Just have a look at this fitness. He had his worst injury before he signed for us was 3 days. He's been out for 7 months, got back, I think played maybe 2 reserves games. If that, as we go to form, there you go, light training, and I'm not selected. He basically didn't even play a game and tore his cruciate ligament again. We spent 4 million on him, and he played so well when he first came in, but it really hurt him. Left back, Hickey Barisic, doing well. Jose Martinez can also play there. And goalkeeper, we've obviously got Farinez and McCrory staying, McGregor retiring. I will probably try and bring in another goalkeeper just to keep them on their toes. If we have a look at our loans, and I'm going to click by progress. Other way, please. Nathan Young-Scombs had a very good loan spell. Might look at giving him a chance in the first team. Unfortunately, because the way he plays, it would probably be as either moving him as a striker, where again he could do a very good job, but not got the highest composure or finishing, or as an inside forward, because he's not got the best crossing on the right, where we are absolutely stacked with players. Now it was the same with McPake. Now I actually thought, for some reason I thought he was left footed, and I thought I could put him here as an inside forward, but he's right footed, which is a bit frustrating, as the Cats want to get into the video again, but I might give him a try. I might use him as a third choice striker next year, or second choice, depending on how the transfer window goes. Glenn Middleton, on the other hand, apologies for that, guys. Glenn Middleton, on the other hand, definitely could play as an inside forward on this side. His shooting isn't the best, his composure isn't the best, but I think we could really develop him, make big money off Middleton, and have something out of him. So I think I'm going to give him a shot as at least a backup one. Finn Akerpont had a decent season again on loan, but level was probably too low for him. He's not really developing as much as I would hope. Cammy Palmer had 12 games for St Johnstone. He broke into the first team, of course. Dean McMaster probably needs 1 more loan before I'm ready to break him into the team, but he's not far off, in all honesty. Stephen Kelly's away, Lewis Mail's away. Durchal's the other one that I wanted to show you. I brought him in obviously in the summer for decent money as well, 51k rather, so we'd already make a profit just selling him. But I think 1 more loan spell for him and then assess him the following year might not be a bad option. Dirk Proper, again, he's had a very good loan spell at Lens. To be honest, he's worth 5.5 million. We brought him in for free, so we could make either big profit or sell him on. Angel Gomez cannot get a work permit, so I think we just have to cash in, take a loss on him, unfortunately. And that kind of rounds off the loans. Kai Kennedy also, but again, I'm just letting him go because he just doesn't have the potential in Massive. I've drew a bit unlucky with him. Rolando Aarons, we could make a small profit or break even. We could probably break even, make a profit on him, but I kind of just want to get him off the wage bill now, to be honest. So if we go to our squad, our first team squad that is, McGregor's leaving, we know that. Farinez and McCrory will stay. Katic has interest, I will assess them on an individual bid basis. John Suter has interest, we could probably afford to lose him. Again, Nathan Patterson has interest. I'd want decent money for him. You know, he's not the best. Truthfully, I don't think he's going to get much better. But I don't want to just let him go, you know. I think if I was going to make him work, I would have to move him into a position like this as a ball-winning midfielder. in all honesty, and I don't think that's really going to work. Jose Martinez is decent. We're right now making a loss off his value, but he'll break into the team soon enough. Stephen O'Donnell has been a pleasant surprise, worth £10 million, 10.5, and be open to selling him. I think right back is one of our issue areas. We've already seen Serginho Dest, but he's not happy. Interest in Barisic again from Inter and Real Betis. It might be the right time to cash in on him, but again, I would want the right kind of money. Pedro Cervella, I'd be open to selling. He's worth £10 million again. You know, for a free transfer, he's been a steal. He's managed to play a number of games as a backup, but we'll have Cammy Palmer for that backup and maybe someone else coming in next season. Lewis McLeod was in as a sort of rotation option, but he didn't even. No, did he manage? He managed a couple of Champions League qualifiers, but if I mind right, they were both like in the inside forward roles. While we had that major injury crisis earlier in the season. Alex Lowry, I do want to show you, he's developing really, really nicely. He's 3-star potential, 17 passing, 16 decisions, 15 vision. That's what makes him a good player. His flair isn't great. Now, we've been playing him as a box-to-box, which isn't really his best position by any stretch. You know, his dribbling isn't good, his long shots aren't the best, his finishing isn't the best, his balance isn't the best. But I think I prefer him in this role to the advanced playmaker, which relies a lot on flair. And then we go to Matheus Palacios, another young lad, and he's kind of the opposite. He's very good at his flair, but he's not quite as good at his passing or his vision or anything like that. But I think having him as an advanced playmaker option is good. How much did we sign him for? £3 million, so again we'd be making a small loss. Joe Aribo had interest, but with him being injured, I'm not sure. West Ham and Everton still looking at him though. I'd be open to selling him. He's worth £14.5 million. I don't think he's going to be really fighting too much for the place. Is David Turnbull interested in Philadelphia on loan? My issue with Turnbull is he's such a good player. Technically and mentally he has everything. But those physicals are an absolute disaster. And I don't tend to like low physical players, so I might again just cash in on him if a decent bid comes in. Ryan Kent wanted by a number of Premiership clubs. He's developed quite well. I did look to sell him at the end of last season and ended up not getting a bid that convinced me. Kishna, we're going to look to sell him. Unfortunately, injuries just hampered him. But again, a free transfer valued at £6 million. He only managed 3 games. And Pierre Guinea, he's managed to get his value up. I managed to get him probably just about enough games off the bench to get his value up in that sense. Sergio Gomez, £1.8 million signing, of course, an absolute steal. And only getting better. That vision, his decisions aren't quite as good, and his passing aren't quite as good as Lowry, for example, but he's more well-rounded. Can play both our midfield roles, so again, it would take a pretty special offer for me to sell Sergio Gomez. Batista Meyer, valued at profit sale right now, and he's in and around our first team, so we can demand more. I think he's got another season in him before I look to sell him, because he is developing. You know, he's still a developing player, and I'm not going to jump the gun on one bad season on a 20-year-old. He played so well last season, I've got to give him the go. Matías Arezzo, how much did we sign him for? It was £1.1 million. He's improving. He's got so much way to go. The composure again is an issue that I worry about, but hopefully he can develop that going forward. And then we go to Eamon Brophy, valued at £3.3 million. I'll probably just try and cash in on him, to be honest. Richie Holster and Alfredo Morelos we're both going to keep unless again special bids come in. Morelos did sign a new contract in January. I'm sure I should have mentioned that earlier and I've completely forgot to, but he got it on appeal. But someone had told me that I could have, just gone off the old work permit until the old contract expired, by which time he would have been homegrown in the country. He's just over a year left on that. So about June next year he can apply for a Great British passport, which might be worthwhile him sticking around for another season to get, because that would offer him up to England, as without the stress of work permits. Staff wise, I'm not going to change too much. We'll have a look, see what's available, as I always do. But on that, guys, I will be back in the next episode with the next season preview, which will be based on what we've brought in, what we still need to do, what we've lost that we didn't particularly want to lose, all that good stuff. And which youngsters we're promoting. I need to have a proper assessment of them when they're back with the squad. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the squad. Let me know what you would change now. I know there's been a request in the comments on a video a couple of episodes ago. I think it was the January review one, where someone recommended a player, I'm going to go and have a look at that. I think it was Finlay Robertson, so I'm going to go have a look at him, see how affordable he is, and I'll take that sort of interest from there. But again, if you've got any players you recommend me to sign, I always record ahead, so it might be January or the end of next season rather, that I do get them or look at them, because obviously I have kids. You've heard it in videos in the past where I've had to pause the middle of a recording. I'll come back out 3 hours later and finish it off. So that's why I record ahead, to try and make sure that I get the content out there. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully catch you all next time.